It is my great honor to welcome you to our college graduation ceremony.
Everyone say overpriced education.
Is it difficult to portray someone who is young and having a hard time in life when you guys, are so young and have so much success? You have so many great things going for you right now?
I think...
no, I don't think so.
I think we've both been very lucky, yeah, but at the same time, in this industry, it's like you have one job and then it's over in a couple of weeks and then you're like, oh, what am I doing now? What am I doing now? So I think we've both been through this and are going through it, at any given point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't always go from one job to the next. A lot of time you have, several months in between and you're not sure what you'll be doing. It's always kind of a surprise. So, so I think I can relate in that sense.
Tell them about the big interview.
Happerman and Browning Publishing.
Wow! It's a ride.
I'm Ryden Malby. I have an interview at 10 o'clock.
Have a seat with the rest of the applicants.
Why do you want this job?
I'm driven, full of ideas, upbeat. Most importantly, I'm incredibly enthusiastic about the work your company is doing.
Really? Like what?
I think, especially, because I'm still in college, so people my age are going to be going, and they're going to be going, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
I know.
Is that something that you really think that you're hoping that people are going to be going to see this movie? Or, if you've graduated college, maybe you remember that, going through that?
I do remember going through that. I staved off that going into the real world after college by going to graduate school. But when I got out of graduate school, I went to New York and I was kind of eaten alive. I couldn't get a job and I ended up having to go back home to Chicago. But I think what's great about this movie, and it makes it so timely, is that we kind of forecasted the economic meltdown. We shot this movie about a year and a half ago before anybody knew, and that we were going to just collapse. And there are so many kids graduating from college now, as I'm sure you know, who can't get jobs, and they've done really well in college. They got good grades, and there are just no jobs out there. It's tough. So a lot of people are going through what Alexis goes through in this movie.
I totally freaked out.
That is the girl that I fell in love with, but harbors platonic feelings for me, unfortunately. Your feet are freezing.
Feet are always freezing. I have the feet of an 80-year-old man.
Ooh, that's hot. What are you doing? I got into law school. We'll see.
Ryden, what about you?
Just keeping my options open.
So what you're saying is you're unemployed.
I have no job, and I live with my parents.
How'd it go?
I asked the VP if she was pregnant. No, she was just fat.
Oh.
Now, what's the difference in developing a relationship with someone in a film versus like on TV? With the TV, both you guys have TV seasons. You can develop it over time versus in a film you have, a little bit shorter amount of time. You have to do it quicker. Is it harder to do it for a movie?
I think we lucked out. We got along pretty well, pretty quick, so that was lucky. But yeah, sometimes it's like, you're supposed to be completely in love and you're like still like learning the person's last name.
Right,
so.
who are you? Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just kind of jump right into it with a film typically. Or I mean, sometimes you have a little rehearsal time. I think we did like 2 days on our stuff. So, but I don't know. At least it's a sort of a limited amount of material. You just kind of figure out what you're gonna do from A to Z. And with television, it's a longer process. It's ongoing. So there would be no way to do that. This is not the way it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to come back when you've already left the nest. No, I don't want your pity hug.
Come on.
Or no talent, screw up.
Shut up.
Maybe you're setting your sights too high.
Where do you think I should be setting my sights?
Eye contact. Remember? We talked about it.
Are you staking out the place or what? David.
Ryden.
I'm across the street. You're welcome to come by if you get bored.
For people that find themselves in this situation, or for me, I'll be in this situation, I'm graduating next year, so I'll be in this situation pretty soon.
Right.
What kind of advice do you have for us?
Mine is always this really crunchy granola advice, which is don't worry about the details, just follow your heart. And really, truly, I've been around for a while. I've been out of college for many years, decades now, and I still think that's true. Don't worry so much about how you're going to get to where you're going. Just make sure you're following your heart all the time. Do what you love to do, or else it's not worth it.
Tomorrow night, me, you, that dress, we're gonna go out to a big fancy dinner.
What you do with your life is just one half of the equation. More important is who you're with when you're doing it.
Oh my God, I completely forgot. For dinner, let me explain.
What exactly needs explanation? This song is for someone I care about a lot.
Ryden Malby? Do you want to hang out later?
I decided to go to Columbia.
You're going to New York?
This whole post-graduation thing is not turning out the way I planned.
The world's a screwy place. It doesn't play by the rules.
Do you think I'm making the right decision?
Now, both of you guys kind of have, you know, like Texas ties. You know, like we're both from Houston, and then you spent a lot of time in Austin doing Friday Night Lights, right? So what's the difference in experiencing Texas and then coming out here in LA and doing the junkets and all the madness that is Los Angeles?
It's a little different. It's a little bit different. I mean, working in Austin, it's so, you know, it's a great town, and I'm sure it's representative of the rest of Texas. But, you know, people are like, a lot of people will be like, oh, we love your show, it's great, and then they'll leave you alone or start talking about football with you, you know. But here, it's very, I don't want to call it a one-horse town, but, you know, it's a huge part of what's going on here, and so, you know, it's different. It's easier to feel like a normal person there and to forget that like you're on a TV show or you're in a movie. And here it's harder to forget that that's what you do.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can go to a place where people aren't as aware of what you do. It's like a break, a bit of a vacation. But no, for the most part, I mean, people know. And but when I worked in Austin when we shot Sin City, and it was such a great experience because I actually at the time had friends who were going to UT. So working for Robert Rodriguez is the best because you're done in pretty much like 12 hours. He runs like a really good, a tight ship. So I could go out after work and see friends, and it's such a great city.
Alexis Bledel, star of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Post grad.
Cool.
Tell you